If you've built workflows with platforms like N8N, but don't know how to turn that skill into real income, this video is for you. I help builders and freelancers transition to AI consultants who close 4- and 5-figure projects and build scalable businesses. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how that shift happens step by step. If you're ready to start landing your own consistent high-ticket AI automation clients, click the link down below and grab my Proof to Profit course in my school community while it's on sale. It walks you through the exact steps to sign 4-figure clients and retainers without hustling 24/7. And if you stick around till the end of this video, you'll know how to go from building cool things to getting paid serious money to solve real-world business problems. Let's dive in. So stage 1 is going from builder to freelancer. This is where you start getting paid real money to build things for real clients. If you're still just tinkering or building things for fun just to see if they work, that's fine for learning. But at some point, you need to make your first dollar. And that first paid client is a big mental hurdle. A lot of people start by hitting up their warm network, maybe doing some free builds or swaps with friends. But even getting paid a single dollar switches your identity to paid AI automation freelancer. And that's actually how I started. I started by tinkering with N8N and seeing if I could replicate functionality from other platforms in N8N. And I ended up building a pretty complex automated lead follow-up system. And then I tried to pitch it to other insulation companies via cold email. This is back when I was working my 9-to-5 at an insulation company. And the cold email sequence didn't yield any results, and so I decided to get on Upwork. And when I got started, I thought it was way too competitive and that I would never stand out because I had 0 reviews on the platform. But what worked was writing a killer bio and applying to gigs that matched builds that I had already done. I would record a short Loom video showing exactly how I would solve their problem, and that stood out more than people who had a ton of reviews but just wrote a generic proposal. And the first client I landed, he actually wanted a lead follow-up system built. And so I sent him a Loom video of exactly what I had built before for my failed cold email campaign. And I said, I've literally built this exact system that you're looking for, let me show you. And so he ended up hiring me, even though I had no reviews on the platform. And this proves one of the most important things that's the basis for what I teach in my Proof to Profit course. Proof that you've built something is way more powerful than just saying that you're able to build that thing. So when I started on Upwork, I was charging $45 an hour. But after taxes and unpaid time for things like jumping on calls or looking for work or writing proposals, that ended up being more like $20 an hour. So don't get stuck here at the freelancer stage. This stage is about getting experience and building your results and not getting rich. Your goal here is to complete 1 or 2 real projects so that you can say, I've delivered real world results for clients. Because you can't command higher prices without proof that your automations work in the real world. Once you've landed and completed your first gig, whether it's through your warm network or on Upwork or wherever, now you have the proof, the confidence, and the momentum to start charging more. Stage 2 is where you go from freelancer to consultant. And this is where you escape the hourly hamster wheel. A freelancer gets paid hourly and waits for the client to tell them what to do. And it's very stressful. You finish one project and then you immediately have to jump into the next one. And even if you're making $100 an hour, 30% goes to taxes. And then there's unpaid time writing proposals, messaging clients, and chasing work. So what do you do instead? You build proof assets. Case studies and video testimonials that show measurable business outcomes. This can also be Loom videos of systems that you've built and the impact that those systems had on a real business's results. So get in the habit of asking every client that you work with for a 3 to 5 minute video testimonial, talking about the problem that they had, like why they hired you, what you built for them, and the results that that generated. For example, we were losing 10 leads a month because we weren't getting back to them quick enough. Billy came in and built a lead follow-up system that saved 8 of those leads. As a result, we're adding $10,000 a month every month to our revenue. And we're saving 2 employees 10 hours a week of manual labor. And now you can go to the next business and say, hey, I built this for another company. It saves them 10 hours a week and added $10,000 a month in revenue to their business. Would you like to see a demo? Even if the client isn't willing to give you a video testimonial, still document the build that you created. Talk about the problems that the business was facing, what you built to address those problems, and how the system works. And pro tip that literally no other creator in this space is talking about or will tell you, get on YouTube. Create content specifically for your target audience, like small service-based businesses, coaches, whatever. and you will start attracting inbound leads. So that's how you shift from freelancer to consultant. You're no longer being paid for your time, you're being paid for your brain, your strategy, and your ability to diagnose a business's problems like a doctor. Consultants lead the conversation. They guide clients toward the right solution, get paid by the project, and earn based on outcomes and not hours. And that's where you become trusted, in demand, and well paid. Now, stage 3 is where you go from consultant to scalable business. Now we're talking about leverage. So as a consultant, you'll start noticing patterns, similar problems that clients keep on having, and similar builds that deliver the same results. So instead of reinventing the wheel for every project, start reusing and repackaging what works. If you're building everything custom every time, you'll burn out or spend hours just starting from scratch on every new project. So this stage is about turning proven solutions into productized or semi-productized builds. For example, I built an AI voice agent for one client, then I reused the same base template for the next, and it cut my time in half. Another example, I built an automated customer referral system for one business, and I was able to reuse 90% of it when I had to rebuild it for another client, even though they were in completely different industries. And so you start working less and making more and selling outcomes and not hours. So clients are hiring you because of the results that you've been proven to generate. So going back to my first Upwork project for a moment. So it was a 2-month, 8 to 10 hour a week project. And I built a lead generation system for a real estate marketer that scraped court case data, matched it with a property owner, and generated real estate leads that he could then sell to wholesalers or real estate agents. And I got paid $4,000 for my time. But that client can sell those leads for thousands of dollars to these wholesalers or real estate agents, meaning that he made that investment back within a week. So after the project ended and I kind of took stock of what I had built and had that realization, that was kind of my wake-up call. If I had built that same system independently and packaged it myself, I could have sold it for $20,000 easily. So the stages that I just walk you through are exactly how to go from builder to freelancer to consultant to scalable business owner. So if you're a builder that knows how to create cool things, but you're not making consistent income yet, this is your roadmap. Follow it and you'll start landing high-ticket clients, building proof, and scaling into real wealth. And if you're serious about building a $10,000 a month AI automation business without grinding 24/7, click the link below and get my Proof to Profit course within my school community. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.